All right, guys, welcome to First Round Stoppage podcast brought to you by the Daily Strike Media Group. I'm here with the one and only Daniel Darling, one of my good friends. I'm really excited to talk to him about this upcoming fight. He's got a fight lined up for March 23rd, Fight Night Fury. It's going to be a night of Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu grappling. We're really excited to see this combination and these two arts come together. But today we're going to talk to Danny a little bit about his fight coming up. He is the Darling. This is like one of my good friends, so we're going to go on and on about his fight coming up and some of the things he's doing to prepare and everything. I want to introduce Danny Darling. He's been doing Muay Thai for about 2.5 years here at Counter Strike. He has some background in it. He's going to tell you a little bit more about what got him started. So what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Nice to be here, man.
Awesome, dude. So tell us about your background. What got you into Muay Thai? What started this all?
I mean, like, I've always been interested in martial arts, movies, and stuff like that. But
Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. Stuff like that. Enter the Dragon.
Hell yeah.
Specifically, what got me into Muay Thai was Ong Bak.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
But once I got in college, I started doing a little bit of kickboxing. I met a guy that was an MMA fighter. I believe he still trains, actually.
Oh, okay.
Dave something. I forget his last
Neary?
name. No.
Oh, okay. So that was your inspiration?
Yeah, so I would train with him, and then he and a couple of his buddies actually got a formal club started at the university where people can go train.
Dope.
So
cool.
It was pretty informal, but
and
that's
where
where
did you go again? School?
Illinois State.
Oh, nice. Cool. My girlfriend went there.
Yeah.
I know her. Actually, I think she said she
knows
knows
you.
you.
I remember you telling me a story about her knowing me, but from high school.
Small world, man.
But yeah, maybe it was college.
Yeah, you never know. So that's where you started, was at ISU?
Yeah.
Cool. So what did they have, like a training program affiliated with the school there?
It was just very informal at first. Eventually they got enough people where they were able to get it affiliated with the school. It's called the Redbird Gloves now.
Oh, nice. Is it Muay Thai, like strictly Muay Thai?
No, I think it's more just, I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
When it was us, it was like we do a little bit of grappling. We would do a little bit of like kickboxing, a little bit of Muay Thai, a lot of bag work.
Yeah. So it was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, just very informal.
Yeah, got you. You didn't like train specific disciplines.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you found Counter Strike. What happened there, man? How'd you find this place? This fucking disaster. No, I'm just kidding. How'd you find Counter Strike?
Well, once I moved back home after college, my parents are not about this life. So I didn't want to be trained when I was living at home. As soon as I moved up here to the Downers Grove area, I just Googled, MMA gyms near me.
I tried a few out, and I was like,
this one stuck. This one worked out for me.
I think it was just the instruction. I went into some other gyms, and I'm a wrestler, so I went into the wrestling class to see what that's like. And you got guys who are doing MMA or even like Muay Thai and striking, and they're teaching the wrestling class. Like, they don't even know how to do a double leg properly. I'm like, no, that's wrong. What are you doing? And so I'm like, no, that's not the gym I want to go at. So I'd go to another one, same thing. Or even just like the people, like they would combine the arts. I feel like a lot of these gyms.
Well, I mean, you can always tell good instruction, and especially what's good for you.
Absolutely.
You know where you fit in.
Yep. Depends on the person at the end of the day.
But it's always good to, get out there and see the exposure, see what you like, see what you're into.
So Counter Strike felt like home.
It was a good environment for me.
Cool. I mean, you've been training here just about as long as I have. I think we actually kind of started around the same time.
Yeah, I believe it was summer of 2017, I believe, is when I started.
So I was actually training a little before you started.
Yeah, you were definitely here before me.
Yeah. How do you like your training at Counter Strike?
It's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting you ready for this fight coming up, so that's the main the main objective. Let's talk a little bit more about that. You're cutting weight this time. Last fight you fought, what was that date on the last fight? It was last year, November
10th.
Awesome.
November 10th.
And that was an awesome showing, dude. You kicked ass that fight.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a guy from MTC. What was his name?
Brandon Lean.
Yeah, I remember showing up to that fight, buying a ticket, sitting down, grabbing a beer, and then my buddy Justin Lovrich from MTC said, "Oh, hey, who's fighting? Who you here to watch?" I'm like, "Oh, Danny Darling." He's like, "Oh shit." Like, that's the guy I'm training. That's his opponent. I'm like, okay, well, let's make a bet. So we made a bet, and you won. So thank you.
I was gonna say, and you lost some money.
No, I won. No, it was good. It was a good showing. It was a good first debut of your skills, man. I mean, you were able to get out there.
No, it was a good time.
Show off what you're made of, essentially. How'd you feel about that first fight?
That one was a weight class that I think is a little heavy for me. Especially towards the end, right at the end of that fight camp. Yeah. The last week, they moved it up to 155.
I didn't know that.
It was supposed to be at 150. That Tuesday, I found out that they had rescheduled it for 155.
So what'd you do? Did you go home and just start carbing up, or what?
No one told me. Right?
Oh.
No, so I think I was walking around maybe like 158 when I found out.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, all right, I'm not fighting at 155.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And then my coach called the matchmaker and everything, and then they eventually negotiated 153, and I still weighed in at 150. Just to prove a point.
Hey, fuck it, why not? If you can, why not, right?
Yeah. No,
and I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of shows that you can go that extra mile too if you wanted to.
Yeah. So 145, I don't think it's going to be a terrible cut for me. I think that's more where I should be fighting.
Yeah. What's your weight at right now?
Right now,
1 month and 10 days out.
Like 162.
God, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
It's not. I'll be good.
I know how you do it. So let's talk about your weight cut. How you doing that, man? What are you doing to cut weight? What are you doing training wise to incorporate like food into it and all that jazz? What's going on with that?
I mean, I always eat pretty clean.
Yeah.
But definitely just got all the garbage out of my diet.
You're actually
no alcohol, no bread, like
carbs,
no shit carbs.
Yep.
I don't think all carbs are created equal. I think there are good carbs out there.
Yep.
So I still incorporate those in my diet, but it's mostly fat protein right now.
Nice.
Fasting.
Yeah, you got me into that, man. I never even knew about this. I never knew about fasting before until I met Danny Darling, and he's over here. Oh, 16-hour fast. I haven't eaten for 60. I'm like, what? This is absurd. But then I tried it, and oh my god, it's awesome. Man.
You notice the difference, right?
I feel amazing.
No, I'm one of those people that can't work out on a full stomach.
Yep.
Like I've got to feel light. I've got to feel, ready to go. And I can't go out on a run if I eat. I just feel heavy. I feel bloated.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just feel slow.
Yeah, even just training live and in general, like what I noticed before I started fasting was that like when you're like really going hard and you're exhausting yourself, the first thing that goes in your body is your digestive system.
Yeah.
So like your brain, all the oxygen is just trying to get to your brain, like it's trying survival mode. So I would get really bad acid reflux, and if I ate before a class or something, I would be like gagging on myself.
I never got any of that. I just felt heavy and slow.
But then as soon as I started fasting and stopped eating before training and stuff like that, holy shit, night and day.
Game changer, right?
Oh, huge. And I mean, like I said, in general, I feel like it fits my schedule better. Like I just don't eat during the day.
I mean, I've never been a breakfast person.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And so like once I started learning about intermittent fasting and everything, I was like, this is definitely going to work for me.
Yeah. Now, would you say that that's part of the way you cut weight for these fights?
Yeah, I mean, I always fast, just, daily. But like I said, once I've got the fight camp going, I just clean up the diet and the weight just sheds off.
Absolutely.
So
you still incorporate it as part of the weight cut, but it's like a daily thing anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just part of the
regimen. I just kind of switch up the schedule, eating times and what I'm eating at different times.
Yeah. So like towards the end or towards coming up to the fight, approaching that fight, say what water cut's the biggest thing at the end?
Yeah, I'd say the water cut's really the big thing at the end, but as far as getting the actual weight down, within the next few weeks I'll probably be walking around low 150s. Mm-hmm. And I'll probably hover around there. Yeah,
just stay consistent with it. Try not to create any bad habits in between there.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Don't get too hungry.
Just to avoid the munchies.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a hard one. So as far as the weight cut, you got that down pretty much. You are cutting 5 pounds more than you did last fight, so it's a little bit of a change up. But like you said, you're prepared for it.
Well, I've hit 145 a couple times in the past, so I know I can do it. Mm-hmm. But I know that me lean is going to be, low 150s.
Absolutely.
And so getting my actual weight down to 145 without losing too much muscle, that's just not going to happen.
What does that say about your performance at 145? Like, how do you perform? Do you feel better?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
You said you have been at 145, though, right?
Yeah, but I haven't fought at 145. I've just done that for...
But how do you feel training at 145 in general?
I feel great.
Yeah?
My runs are amazing. Every pound I lose, I just get faster and faster and faster. What? So the lighter I am, the more I run, the further I run, and the better I run.
Yeah,
and then the less stress on my joints. Yep. So it all works out.
Yeah, you're lean, you're in shape. When you get that extra weight on you, it shows. Definitely,
and you feel it.
Yeah,
and you definitely feel it.
All right. So as far as the weight cut goes, you pretty much got that on lock. There's no worries.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I guess the next thing is training. What are you doing in the gym? You come in. What do you here at Counter Strike 6 days a week? More than that?
7.
7? Yeah. No rest, huh? Because you run a ton of miles. Daniel Darling runs more than Forrest Gump. I swear to God. This guy's an animal.
I run more miles than I put on my car on a daily basis.
Oh, my God. That makes me want to throw up.
It's a short commute to work, so...
Why don't you just run to work every day?
I got to carry my gym bag and stuff, man.
Okay.
I've thought about biking.
That'll make it more challenging, though. Shit, put some weight on it. Why not? You can get a little more explosive, you know?
Yeah, no, that's explosivity is something I'm working
on.
So
how many miles do you run a week?
A week?
A week. God, this is gonna blow my mind already.
Well, actually, my trainer Ray made me cut back my miles.
Good, thank you, Ray. It's gonna save him.
Just for this fight, though. I mean, after the fight, I'm gonna ramp it up again.
Overtraining is a thing, you know.
It hasn't seemed to affect me so far.
I guess. Yeah, but you're not. I guess were you running that much before your fight last time in November?
In November. No, I had broken my foot and I had.
Oh, that's right.
And I was having some hip issues, so I actually didn't run for about 2 weeks.
Good, man.
And that was killer.
And you won. You won that fight.
Yeah, with 3 weeks of training.
Just saying, man. Just saying. It's running, man. Maybe it's the running.
But I mean, miles per week right now, I'm probably anywhere between 40 and 50.
50 miles a week?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
so
2 days.
2 days, yeah.
Yeah, lunch runs or morning runs before work, and then I'll run before coming to Counter Strike. Or I'll come to Counter Strike, drop off my gear, and then go out and run neighborhoods.
What do you usually do? Do you usually run before you train, or vice versa?
Yeah, no, I usually run before I train or before I lift, just to get the heart rate going, get warmed up, loosen up and everything. But I also just don't feel like myself if I don't run.
Yeah.
No,
you're one of the first guys here at the gym every day.
Yeah, I open up.
Yeah, you open up, you get this place running, and then you hit the road, you run for a few, how many miles would you say you run before class?
Before class, I'll probably get in about 6 or 7.
Damn,
depending what time I get here.
God.
If I get here at 5, class starts at 6, I'll usually get in about 7.
And that's where the 50 miles a week comes in, basically.
Yeah, and then
seven
outside of fight camp, when I'm not spending all my time doing Muay Thai, I'm doing 120 mile weeks.
So now that you're prepping for this fight, you're getting ready for March 23rd. How have you changed that? Have you obviously slowed down the running?
I've slowed down on the running. I've been doing a lot more pad work.
Okay.
Here with the guys, with Alex and Cole, both of them are fighting. So
yep, we just had them on the podcast as well.
It's good having training buddies here at the gym. For my last fight, I was the only one fighting, so I was driving all over the place looking for training partners.
Yep.
So it definitely helps having someone local that you can work with.
Yeah, I was just talking to Alex about that. He has a good friend, Emmanuel, who trains with him, and he's like, that's like key to have someone there to like hold pads for you, selflessly train with you too.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a buddy to make you go to the gym. Get your ass out here.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't have that problem though.
No, I just show up.
Yeah, you just show up here, man. He's here on a Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone else is out partying. This guy's training, running miles.
I got that what if mentality,
Yeah, that's good.
What if I did this? Well, just show up. If I show up at the gym and I do a 50% workout, that's better than 0% workout.
Absolutely.
That's
100%.
better than sitting on the couch watching TV, So something's better than nothing. That's kind of my mentality.
That's a good mentality, especially going into a fight, man.
And then once I get here, as soon as I start going, I get going.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with running. I'll be like, hey, I got to run 20 miles on Saturday. I'll wake up, I don't want to run 20 miles.
Of course.
Especially right now
on a Saturday.
With all the snow, with all the rain, all the ice.
I see your Snapchat, dude. You're out there running in the blizzard, in the sleet.
Because I lie to myself. I tell myself, I'll only go do 5 miles today. 5 miles is still a good run, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I'm 2 miles in, I'm finishing that fucking 20 miles.
20 miles on a Saturday. That's ridiculous, man.
Those are the only days I get long runs. Saturdays and Sundays are my long run days.
Because you need a lot of time for something
LSD
like
days.
Oh, okay. What does that stand for?
Long, slow distance.
Oh. Well,
I just like telling people I'm going to have an LSD day.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound productive at all. Sounds like you're just going to get high as fuck.
Slow distance.
That's cool. That's good. That's a good way of thinking about it, though. You're lying to yourself. And just once you're out there, it's like you're done.
Once you're out there, you might as well finish it.
You're committed. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about a little bit of politics going on around here, though.
Oh, God.
I know you're excited about this.
I mean, I don't want to say too much about it. I don't want to say anything that'll get me in trouble.
No, hey, this is an open forum, man. Rick Sala's amazing. Let's just give him a shout out. Let's give him a shout out.
No, I love the guy. Definitely knows his shit.
Absolutely.
My favorite Muay Thai instructor that I've met or had,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately he's got a very old school training style that doesn't really gel with everybody. He gels with me. I love it. I sometimes need that, I need somebody kicking my ass. I need somebody telling me I'm fucking up.
Yep. I think it gels with anyone who's getting ready to fight.
You know, I don't want to be surrounded by those people that, oh, you're going to win this, you're going to win this, you're going to, because
yes men.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be surrounded by that. I want to be surrounded by people that challenge me and push me to be better. And I'm not saying that Ray doesn't do that.
Of course, yeah.
But, you know, it's just a different style with Rick sometimes.
Definitely. He's definitely more aggressive.
Yeah, sometimes you need the aggression.
But yeah, I mean, that must have been kind of took its toll on your training, having that happen. Rick's no longer with the gym.
Definitely threw a monkey wrench 6 weeks out, you know. Everything was up in the air. What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with that?
I remember you texting me off the chain, man. I was like, dude, God, this guy won't stop texting me. What am I going to do with this fight? Who am I going to train with? What happened?
Yeah, dude, I had a lot of questions that weren't getting answered.
Absolutely. I see that being a huge issue. I feel like that's the reason why this has been built up, and there's even politics behind this in general, because there's that miscommunication. Nobody knows what's really going on. And
that's the thing. I mean, I get and you know, now I'm out of the sparring group, which that Rick had set up with a few other gyms.
That's huge for your training.
But and it's a huge loss to my training.
Absolutely.
But it's a decision that I understand.
Yeah.
And I get that it's not coming from a place of hate towards me.
Yeah.
It's just it's politics. You know, he's no longer affiliated with Counter Strike.
Yep.
Can't be affiliated with interfering with another gym's fight camp.
No, it makes perfect
things
sense.
Like that. So I understand it. It just sucks for me.
Yeah, I was talking
and Cole and Alex as well.
I was talking to Cole about it a little bit more in detail, and I think that the politics is going to fade. I think it's so fresh right now.
Hope so.
I think there's a lot of miscommunication. So like, not everybody's being honest with each other. So there's like this up in the air about the whole situation, where that's kind of why I feel like there doesn't have to be this disconnect. I feel.
Exactly. Yeah,
but there is, because
and that's
of
exactly how I feel about it. It's just, you know, I wish things were different. I wish that I could still fight under Rick and under Ray.
Yep, both of them. I mean, they're both great instructors.
Both of them are great instructors. Yeah. You know, Ray's got his own style. Mm-hmm. Rick's got his own style. But I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, because I don't want to say something I'm going to regret. But I mean, I love both of them. Shout out to Rick. You know, I wish he was still my trainer. Yep. Because that's how I feel about it. You know, he got fired from the gym, but I've been training with him for 2.5 years. I didn't fire him as my coach.
That's how you started.
I still see him as my coach. You know.
Absolutely, and that's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're gonna hear him in your ear at night of the fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the stuff that he taught you, the shit that he instilled on you, you're definitely gonna hear that.
I still hear it in my training. You know, he's still in my head.
Awesome. Well, shout out to Rick Salo. He's a great trainer. He's a great instructor. It's too bad it didn't work out here at Counter Strike, but there's still so much future potential and stuff in this fight world in general. So I think everything's going to work itself out at the end of the day.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So besides the training regimen, besides your fasting and getting ready for your weight cut and all that stuff, what else are you doing, man? Are you doing anything different? Like, what's your training like? Are you tapering down at this point? Are you
I'm ramping everything up right now.
Okay.
The intensity of my runs, the intensity of the pad drills, the duration of you know, how long I'm training.
Yep.
I'm here at the gym. I get here at 5. I get home 9:30, 10 o'clock sometimes.
That's when you eat. Right.
And then that's when I gotta cook and I gotta eat and I gotta go to bed eventually at 3 in the morning.
So you also have insomnia.
Yeah, I sleep about 4 hours a night.
God, I don't know how you do this. See, that's dangerous though, man, especially if you're preparing for a fight.
That's not by design. That's not by choice or design. You know, that's how I've always been.
Yeah. Because you don't feel like that interferes with anything?
Now I'm just being productive with that time that I'm awake instead of playing video games or whatever. You're
hydrating, eating.
I'm just being productive with it.
Do you watch a lot of Muay Thai videos and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Does that help you prepare as well?
Yeah, I see what other people are doing, what's going on at the professional level. I watch those fights, try to analyze them as best I can.
Yeah, of course.
Try to learn some new techniques and everything. So
you don't want to learn too many new techniques though before.
Oh yeah,
fight,
absolutely
right?
not. You don't want to try throwing something that you're not comfortable throwing.
Yeah. Test it out maybe, but if it's not jiving well, then just throw it to the back burner. Wait till the fight's over.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to try throwing anything fancy or anything new in my fight. Nothing that I'm uncomfortable with. Yeah. You know, if I don't know I can land it, I'm not going to throw it.
That makes sense. I mean, that's a smart way to go about it. I feel like that's with every martial art, any sport in general. There's a game plan. Stick to the game plan.
I mean, if you know you can showboat, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm just not that type of guy.
Yeah, and this is new, man. You just like amateur fight. It's not like you're, it's not like you're Anderson Silva.
I'm still putting on a show, but it's for a much smaller audience.
Yes, of course. And hopefully that audience is going to grow with stuff like this. We're hyping it up. We're getting people excited about it. Or people are meeting you before you even get in the ring. You know, they're learning about you. So I think this is going to definitely ramp things up for your audience in general and get people to know who you are a little bit more as well. But let's talk about your opponent, Avery.
What about him?
Avery White. He's got, what, a record of 1-0 or 2-0 technically, right?
Technically 2-0, or he's 2-0, but if you want to get technical about it, he's 1-0.
For Muay Thai. But he is an MMA fighter.
Yeah, so
was it amateur?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe so. I mean, to my knowledge, it was amateur.
What kind of research have you done on this guy?
Literally, that's about it.
Yeah?
There's
Just know his name?
There's 2 YouTube videos out there. I took a peek at him.
Yeah.
I know Ray's looking more at him than I am.
Yeah, of course.
And we're coming up with strategies on how to defend his style.
Yeah. My consensus on looking up your opponents and stuff like that, like, I think it's good. Maybe better for Ray to be doing, though, to be honest. So that way
I don't want to get too much in my own head about it.
Yeah. I think that's like a lot of people's mistake. Like sometimes even for me, when I do grappling tournaments and stuff like that, I'll look up the guy I'm going up against. I'll look at videos and whatnot, and I just get in my own head.
For jiu-jitsu, let's say his favorite move is the armbar.
Yeah.
You're looking for that, but hey, guess what? In the 3 months since that last fight,
he's
been working on his triangles or whatever.
I think even just nerves, it makes you more nervous knowing what you're going into. It doesn't matter who you're facing.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes my wife nervous.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Especially, wait, an MMA fighter? He's got an octagon. It's a little different.
It's definitely different for her. And she's like, oh, can we change the subject? Yeah. Can we talk about something else now?
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry.
She's gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She's gonna be like covering her eyes the whole time, or?
Well, I mean, last time she was hiding behind a couple friends of ours.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Peeking around every once in a while.
Yeah. So it makes her nervous to see you out there.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand it. She's just worried about my well-being and everything.
Yeah,
but
of course. It's controlled,
I have utter belief in myself.
Yeah, it's controlled for the most part, and there's an ambulance clear nearby, so
and
cart
she's
you
a
away
nurse,
if they need
so if anything happens, I'm taken care of.
She's there on the spot, give you CPR straight up, mouth to mouth.
Yeah, you never know.
That's awesome, man. So you're really excited about this fight?
Yeah, no, I definitely am. I've been looking forward to it.
Good, yeah. I mean, you've known about this for 2 months now, right?
I've known about the event for a while.
You just didn't know you were fighting on this card yet?
I was told I was fighting on my card, and then politics happened, and then it was all up in the air.
Yeah, of course.
But I still acted like I was training for the fight.
Yeah. I mean, you're always ready, essentially.
Always.
Training so much, so it's like you're prepared. You just got to, know when to slow down a little bit, know when to amp it up a little bit, create a game plan, talk to your coaches more, communicate with your coaches more and stuff like that.
And I mean, now that I've got an opponent, it makes it real. Yep. Almost. And, it's time to get serious. Yeah. Now that it's real, strict diet, no cheat days, no skipping workouts.
Absolutely.
Even if I'm under the weather, you got to get it done.
Absolutely. Yeah, sometimes that makes you feel better at the end of the day, to be honest. That you got out of bed and did it.
Exactly.
All right, so Avery White is your opponent. You guys are going to be fighting March 23rd at Fight Night Fury alongside some awesome grappling going on as well. Do you have any words for this guy? Do you have anything to say to him as far as the fight that's coming up? Do you want to talk some smack, or do you want to be humble? Do you?
I mean, I don't even know what smack I could talk. I don't know the guy. Yeah. But I hope he brings his best. I'm going to bring my best, and we'll throw down. I think it's going to be a great time. I love fighting.
Hell yeah,
I always got a smile on my face.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you do what you do. I think it'll be fun. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're excited to watch you as well. We're all going to be there. We're actually going to be doing a live broadcast that night. So
I'm excited for that jiu-jitsu tournament too.
Oh, me too.
3-on-3.
Oh, I know, dude. That's super exciting. Man.
I hope I can watch it, because I don't know if I'm going to be in the back warming up, or if I'm just going to be wanting to lay down and conserve my energy. But
it'll be live, man. So you'll be able to go back and watch it at the very least. Look at some of the footage and check it out. I think it's amazing what they're doing with the grappling.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's not been done. It's been done, but it's so rare. You don't see that a lot. You don't see
isn't that style of team grappling fairly recent?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I hadn't really heard about it until
very new.
Maybe 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, when I heard my coach Tristan bring it up, I was super excited. I even wanted to get on the card, but it was instant, and people were signing up already. They already had teams put together before I could even think about the team I wanted to get together. So it was really exciting to see that hype behind it. People were
because it doesn't even have to be 3 guys from the same gym, right?
No.
It could just be you and 2 buddies.
And that's the cool part too, is it's the rank doesn't matter. You can get blue belts matched with purple belts and black belts all together.
Which is probably a bad idea.
Probably. Maybe white belts, because like some blue belts, I feel like they're high level. It's just you got to prestige.
Well, especially if they've got a wrestling background like yourself.
Exactly. You can put in your time and get rank up, but some of these blue belts perform like brown belts. You know, like I've seen it. There's a lot of good blue belt. I feel like is the one belt that you have to be real careful with, because you can get some high level guys at that belt not even realizing it. Like Mike DeMakes, for example.
Yeah.
He was a blue belt forever, and he should be a freaking black belt at his skill level. You know, he's grappled for so many years and wrestled and all that stuff. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun as well. But thank you for coming out, Danny. I appreciate you talking about you and your opponent. He's going to be fighting Avery White March 23rd at Fight Night Fury. Tune in. We're going to have a live broadcast of this event. We're going to get to see Danny, act this all out and actually put everything he's been training for on the line and showcase his skills. So we're super excited to see you out there and throwing some kicks, throwing some punches, and maybe we can see a knockout or something. That'd be awesome. Yeah, knees, some elbows. No elbows, right?
No elbows. Man, unfortunately.
It's okay. We'll have to settle for some knees then.
Yeah.
So we're super stoked. Can't wait to see you fight, man. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to watch you. You're my good friend. I can't wait to root you on and whatnot. And hopefully we can get some of your opponents on this podcast and kind of get the dialogue going and get some smack talk going. Even though it's new, it's amateur, it's fresh, there's still so much hype behind this. There's two individuals going in the ring and fighting each other. So
yeah, I mean, it's always going to war when it's that situation.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, thank you so much, Danny Darling, for coming out here. Thank you so much for giving your time, and we look forward to seeing you fight March 23rd. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Darling.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening, guys. This is the first round Stoppage podcast brought to you by Daily Strike Media. We're really excited to get this going, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, sayonara.